welcome to the weekly press 150 at Bristol Motor Speedway with the Maritime iRacing League. We are ETV Live. I am Dakota Ehrman, joined by, well, no one here quite yet. I believe we'll have Kyle Young, or Kyle Peddle actually, it's who it is, going to be joining us later on in the broadcast. But for right now, it's just me and here at Bristol Motor Speedway with the late models, short track racing at its best here, really. At Bristol Motor Speedway with the Maritime iRacing League. We've saw a lot of great action from them in the past. It always is fun to watch these guys go around in circles here at the short tracks. But I'll tell you what, going to go ahead and already start with last week's results. And how about Stephen Matthews was able to top off and win the race, I believe. A little bit of strategy or not so much. He led 21 laps, was able to get around Jake Goodwin, Ronald McKay, and Ricky Arbeau. And Arbeau was actually damaged for quite a while, so it was Matthews that was coming home with the win. Goodwin in second, McKay in third, Ricky Arbeau would come home in fourth position. Mike Rhino came home fifth. Keith Mack, I believe he had a little bit of damage, came home in sixth position. Craig Weigel came home seventh. Vic Greenwood in eighth position. Doug Hubler in ninth position. And in 10th position was Martin Landry, and I believe only 11 cars finished on the lead lap, Tracy Foster being the last car on the lead lap. The race saw about 14 cautions for 68 caution laps of the 150 laps last week, and that was at New Smyrna Speedway. That was the second time we visited the racetrack, and I believe last time, but the time before that, I can't quite remember who it was, but definitely a little bit of a shake-up there. But congrats to Stephen Matthews on winning again last week. But now we're going to go ahead and jump over to the points here. The current point standings show Ricky Arbeau up front. A sizable lead. I don't know if he can be caught. It's over a 90-point lead, I want to say. Probably just about a little shy of a 100-point lead. Something rather like that. But Ricky Arbeau up front, Jake Goodwin in second. Stephen Matthews is going to be shown in third position in points. Ronald McKay in fourth. Mark Williams in fifth position with a total of 684 points, and tied with him with 684 points is also Martin Landry in fifth. Carter Wilson back there in seventh position with 683, 1 point behind those two in front of him with 677 is Vic Greenwood. Tracy Foster back there in ninth with 668, and Mike Rhino in 10th position, usually the driver number 34 with 643 points. But again, we are at Bristol Motor Speedway tonight here to go racing again, and I do want to talk about last week's heat race winners. Was actually Ricky Arbeau winning heat number 1 with Carter Wilson and Brad Eddy in second and third. Jake Goodwin, Steve Matthews, and Mark Williams were the top 3 in heat number 2. Ronald McKay, Keith Mack, and Mike Rhino were the top 3 out of heat number 3 here. Now we are, I believe, about 3 minutes away here from racing here again at Bristol Motor Speedway. We'll have a heat race. I believe we'll only have about 6 cars in each heat race, as we only have about 20 cars showing at the track. Only 19 have ran a practice lap, so somewhere around 20 we will assume. I believe we'll only see about 6 cars in the heats, which means everybody will advance. We'll have 3 heat races, and once those are over, I do not believe we'll have enough cars to have a B main because everybody's advancing anyway. These heat races will set the lineup for the 150 lap race here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Cautions are off until we get into the feature race here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and that is a ways away here. We'll even have, we have 3 heats to go through here, but looking at the practice charts, how about Steve Matthews on top with Mike Rhino second, Carter Wilson third, Ronald McKay fourth, and Ricky Arbeau fifth. A lot of those guys were front runners in last week's race. Jake Goodwin sitting sixth, not bad for him. Travis Roma seventh, George White sitting eighth, Nathan Doherty ninth, and Tracy Foster 10th, and that is the current driver list we have here in the practice session so far, filling the top 10 here. And I do believe we're just about a minute away before they're starting to get the grid set up here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And still watching these guys. They're about to close the track. I believe they're going to close the track here just about I want to say 50 seconds, and then we got to wait on these cars to line up. That does take just about a minute and a half or so for them to get all the cars lined up and in order here. But how about we go ahead and talk to the guy who I believe will be in heat number 2 starting second. Why don't we talk to Ricky Arbeau, because he's generally a guy you want to talk to at these places, at any of them. We have Ricky Arbeau now here, and Ricky Arbeau, man, you're usually the guy to watch. You are the points leader. You got a very sizable lead, man. Sitting 5th in the practice charts. You got anything for these guys tonight?
Well, I hope so. We'll, see how it goes. We'll see. 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 We again, take the race as it goes. We practice all week. Notice the cars fall off quite a bit, so it's sending a swing at the setup this week, but I think we got it figured out.
And Ricky, man, when you say you think you got it figured out, can you beat those guys that are ahead of you time-wise? I mean, I see about a half a tenth ahead of you, almost 3/4 of a tenth ahead of you speed-wise, but it's extremely close times for most of you up there.
Yeah, it's noticed to be a pretty tight field this week. It's nice to see the competition. It makes MIRL a great league to have such good drivers around. I believe, I guess we just got to take her as she goes, boys. It's going to be one of them races that comes down to that last lap. This first 149 is all about watching your P's and Q's and surviving for that last lap.
And man, you start on the outside row of row 1 and heat number 2. You think you can go ahead and sneak away with the win? I mean, what's the strategy when it comes to passing in a place like Bristol Motor Speedway?
Well, the heat race, this heat race coming up to me is it's going to be go for that front row. You know, I want to get up front for the points, number 1, and just get a better starting position up towards the front.
All right, thank you, Ricky, and wish you the best of luck tonight in your heat race number 2, again starting from the outside of row number 1.
Super.
And there was your points leader here, again, doing a fantastic job about every week here in the Maritime iRacing League. Now we're getting set for heat race number 1, the weekly press 150 here at Bristol Motor Speedway while the field gets set to roll. It will be Stephen Matthews starting from the front row here with Ronald McKay on his outside. Not a very long pace lap, so we'll see here once we get rolling. I believe they'll go around once, go around again, and then take the green flag. I do want to say, fuel not really a concern here at Bristol Motor Speedway. It takes a long time to fill fuel, put fuel into these late models, and that's why they have it packed full enough to make it to the finish here. But as Stephen Matthews almost maybe beginning to roll here, Ronald McKay again on his outside, and third will be Travis Roman on his outside, Tracy Foster, and those are third and fourth. And then in fifth position it will be Jeff Gilman. And I believe Vic Greenwood might be sixth position. Yeah, Vic Greenwood will be sixth position in the final car in this heat as we begin the pace. See a lot of drivers swerving back and forth trying to scrub the tires, make sure they're clean and warmed up here as they get set for, I believe it's 10 laps here. Yeah, I believe it's 10 laps here. Heat races. Yeah, 10 laps here as now we get set. 6-car field. It won't be much here as we get set, waiting on the officials to give the 1 to green, or yeah, definitely going to give the 1 to green this time. So not going green this time. You'll see the cars go around one more time, which doesn't take long here at Bristol Motor Speedway. See Stephen Matthews up front still warming up those tires here as we get set to go green flag racing. Here we go, coming through turns 3 and 4. Almost making contact with McKay there, trying to warm up the tires or something. But here we go, green flag is out. Here comes Stephen Matthews, Ronald McKay, side by side, going into turn number 1 for the first time tonight. It will be Matthews prevailing on the inside. McKay stuck on the outside. Now he's got to run. He's going to come back at Matthews, but not quite. He's just going to try to follow in line here. You see Matthews getting to the bottom really well. There goes McKay, loose and sideways, and saved it and almost into the wall. Man, he almost got to the wall like 3 or 4 times. They're able to keep it out of the wall. Nice job, Ronald McKay. But got to go back a spot or two there. I believe to 4th position now, and it was Jeff Gilman getting around him as well as Travis Roman, 38. And coming behind McKay is the 2 of Tracy Foster, looking for a huge run. Behind him, how about Vic Greenwood kind of falling in line right there, trying to keep up with Foster and McKay here as we're still green flag again of cautions here in this heat race. And, watching Vic Greenwood back there, he's almost to the bumper with the 2 of Tracy Foster, looking for the hole. It's really hard to find it here. You see these guys kind of hugging the bottom. That's what you got to do here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Not a long race here, especially it only being 10 laps at a track like this. 15-second lap times won't take very long at all. Here is Vic Greenwood again, and watching him still looking for that hole. Not quite going to get it up in front of him. It's going to be Ronald McKay looking to get underneath Jeff Gilman. Not quite getting there. And up front, Travis Roma falling off of Stephen Matthews. Stephen Matthews kind of pulling away, dominating here at Bristol Motor Speedway. going back to this battle for third position. It is Jeff Gilmet going to the outside. Ronald McKay to his inside, side by side, door to door, working down the backstretch. It will be Gilmet with the huge run. It looks like he's got the outside working for him as we cross the line for halfway. It's McKay still side by side with him. McKay can't get the run off the corners. You'll see. So going down the straightaway, it's just not really working for Ronald McKay. As he's almost there. He's almost there. He's still going side by side at his door though. Here as you watch McKay still trying to hang on. He's trying to. I don't think he can get the run off the corners. They almost make contact. Almost make contact. Going to be all right though. They're going to save it, and it's going to be McKay getting around Gilmet, and back behind him. How about the battle shaping up here? For I believe that is fifth position with Vic Greenwood looking to the inside. Tracy Foster, Greenwood kind of pushing up a little bit, and Foster using that outside wall. Gilmet has blown up in the way of Foster. Foster had to give up a little bit of time there, trying to get around him. That will put Gilmet in the very back here when we go back to the feature race. That'll put him towards the very back of the field. As we're watching here again, now it's kind of separated things. It's Tracy Foster back there, the fifth position. Vic Greenwood in fourth, Ronald McKay in third, Travis Roma in second, and up front it's still Stephen Matthews leading the way here with 2 laps remaining. Watching Matthews up front now work turns 3 and 4 onto the backstretch now as he now heads, or that was 1 and 2. Now he heads into 3 and 4. Again, hugging the inside line there. And there he goes, into 1 and 2. White flag is in the air, so Steve Matthews about to go to victory lane if nothing goes wrong here as he works the backstretch. No problems yet. Working through 3 and 4, hits the line perfect. Coming with a huge run off of turn number 4 to take the checkered flag. It will be Stephen Matthews getting the win with Travis Roma in second and Vic Greenwood coming home in third position. And looking back here, I'm just trying to make sure we got all this down in the records so that we can look back at this later here. But anyway, it was Steve Matthews walking away with the win there. We're going to try to get him on the radio as soon as we can before we get this race rolling, this heat number 2 rolling. And now we have Stephen Matthews, who won heat number 1. Stephen, man, what a race for you. I mean, you kind of pulled out and left everybody sitting in the dust.
Yeah, that was a good little feel out. See what we got for the race. I've been struggling here practicing all week, and kind of hit on something there yesterday, and I think we got a good shot at this one.
All right, Stephen, man, it definitely looks like you do have a shot. You do have one of the dominant cars out there, for sure.
Yeah, no, we'll just see how it all plays out. You know, it's not over until the checkers fly, so we'll see if we can stay out of trouble and get a good finish, boys.
All right, thanks, Stephen, and good win there.
Thanks, bud.
And do want to go ahead and take the time to run through our starting lineup here. Mike Rhino's on the pole, second fastest in practice. Ricky Arbeau will be on his outside. In third position, I do believe we have Mike Rayburn. That's George White, and I want to say that might be Mike Rayburn on his outside. Next car in line is the 45 of Patrick Healy on his outside. Tim Terry, the final car in that line. Craig Weigel back there in the 08, last car in line as we get set to go green flag racing here. Field is about to roll. We're waiting for the green flag to drop. Mike Rhino's supposed to take him to the green flag here, and again work on the back stretch, not the front stretch there. I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Definitely a little bit different here. Waiting on our second broadcaster to show up. Michael Keaton, of course, being on vacation this week, on his way back. I do believe driving home now. Won't be able to make it back in time, but the green flag getting set to be out. Ricky Arbeau on the outside leaving Mike Rhino in the dust. It will be Arbeau going to take the lead just going into turn number 1. No problem. It looks like he has to back up, give it back up. Maybe looks like he jumped to start, maybe just a little bit, but coming with a huge run down the backstretch. Going to be door-to-door almost with Mike Rhino on the outside. Man, he cut the corner fantastically as Rhino gets loose on the inside. There goes Arbeau around the outside, going to be clear, and maybe one attempt here. Not quite. Still going to be door-to-door going through turns 3 and 4 onto the backstretch. It is Arbeau with a huge run, but they're still going to be door-to-door. This is side-by-side for the lead here. Heat number 2 with the Maritime iRacing League. And there goes Arbeau. Pretty good run on the outside. And right behind him, it's White and Rayburn going at it. This, I believe, Arbeau has just cleared the 34 Mike Rhino for the lead. So move Arbeau up to the lead. Behind them it is Mike Rayburn and George White making contact, getting tired off of the corner. And how about that? Tim Terry coming right through. He's going to pick up maybe both spots. He gets a little sideways there, but how about that number 99? Oh, as he's around. I might have jinxed him. Go back to actually look at that, see what happened there. It looks like he goes through the corner and might have come down a little bit too much, got a little loose, slid up into the wall. Tried to keep it in the wall, didn't quite work, came down on somebody else. Unfortunate end to Tim Terry's day there, but back up front, it's still Arbeau with Mike Rhino right on his heels. Still single file basically right there. George White back in third. Craig Weagle, he's a few laps down, pacing on the apron. I believe Patrick Healy should be put up into third position now, but back up front with the battle for the lead. It's just kind of looks like Rhino maybe following Arbeau here as we're halfway. While we're halfway, we're going to go ahead and crank it up here on ETV Live. And we're back live here at Bristol Motor Speedway still, and 2 laps remaining. I believe it should be 1 at the line. Here comes Arbeau working turns 3 and 4 with the leader. He is the leader. How about Mike Rayburn right in front of them? Slow looks like. He's going to be the middle. He's kind of dog tracking, so he might hold these guys up. Not much, though, as now Mike Rhino works on the inside. White flag in the air. Arbeau just has to finish. He has to go through 3 and 4. Perfect. No mistakes here. He will win heat number 2 as he works off of turn number 4. It is Arbeau, Mike Rhino, and I want to say Patrick Healy, so I'm going to go ahead and write that down. 61, you'll have the 34, Mike Rhino in second position, and we do want to go back and confirm it is, maybe it's George White in third, possibly. Definitely not sure. We'll have to get clarification on that, but it could have been the 45 of Patrick Healy, so we'll definitely have to look into that now as we try to get Ricky Arbeau in the broadcast booth once again. We do have Ricky Arbeau in the broadcast booth once again, and talking to you the second time here, it seems like we talked to you before and you went to victory lane, so man, how'd you do it?
Oh, just made some adjustments there before I went out, set the car up just for that 10 laps and get everything I think I get everything I could out of that run there. The car was definitely on edge, and it felt good. I think we're pretty solid for the feature. Just put my adjustments back in it for let's say a medium short run, I guess.
And man, you made the outside lane work. How'd you manage to do that?
Didn't let off her, bud.
Alright, well there's Ricky Arbeau, your winner of heat number 2. Gonna go ahead and let you go. We get set for heat number 3. Alright, now we get set again for heat number 3. It is, I want to say the 27th, Carter Wilson, Mr. Excitement himself, starting from the pole, third fastest in practice. Jake Goodwin is going to be second. Nathan Doherty is going to be starting in the third position with Doug Hubley in fourth. Kevin Savory going to start in the 5th position with Blake Collicutt in the 50 on his outside, and behind them, the lone car on the inside, outside, wherever he chooses to go. That's Joe Doran, I want to say, in the 73 car. And again, we are here for the weekly press 150 here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and that will actually happen after this heat race. We'll get set, we'll have a small break, we'll come back, and we'll have the feature race here, and hopefully Kyle Peddle will be here also, maybe possibly, if he ever gets back home, I guess. But green flag is out. Jake Gilman get a huge restart. He might have to back up and give this up. Not quite going to do it, because here comes, he goes straight to the bottom. Looks like Wilson kind of sticking behind him. that's about what happened before, except Arbo gave it back, so we'll have to see what happens here as Wilson now uses the inside. Wilson runs him down, gets sideways, saves it, follows him into turns number 1 and 2, going to look to the outside, going to be a little sideways, maybe going to have to tuck back in line, kind of. As we're watching this battle up front here, I do hear maybe some damage behind him, somebody hitting the wall, possibly. All I know is Blake Collicutt kind of losing the pack here a little bit, maybe has some damage, definitely has damage because he's a little off the pace. Somebody got turned there. Looking back, it looks like the 6 of Nathan Doherty and Kevin Savory going at it. Looking up there. Yeah, it was watching Savory go into the corner. He goes in too hard, maybe turns to 6, and that will put Nathan Doherty around. It looks like Savory will sneak through, but that will wreck out a few cars there as now we look for the current leader, which is Wilson over Goodwin. This is unusual because Goodwin usually comes up with extremely good cars here. Wilson able to outdrive Goodwin as soon as he gets around him. As that wreck was happening, he actually went around Goodwin, so Wilson definitely rolling here as he comes off of turn number 2, 4 actually, works the front stretch, takes the finish line there. Just a few more times he's got to do that as he now comes off of turn number 2. You can see that car rolling again around the track rather well here. And how about the battle back here? I believe these are lap cars, basically Savory and the 73 Joe Doran, I want to say. Still kind of side by side going back and forth. Looks like I made a crossover. The 73 kind of taking off now, so that will put the 73 up front as the 88 kind of falling back. And again, that is a battle for basically non-position, but that is right in front of the leaders because behind them, Carter Wilson kind of creeping up slowly but surely. You see him again working through the backstretch into turns number 3 and 4. Last time by, he hit a 15.750 to Jake Goodwin's 15.72 so just about even last time by when they crossed the line there. And last time again it was pretty close. It looks like Goodwin being a little bit faster both times now. We're still watching. You see Goodwin or Wilson has kind of moved up a little bit to track. It looks like, and he's still making up pretty good time up there. So good job by Wilson. I mean, he's actually about a little over a 10 faster than Goodwin was last time. Goodwin maybe getting loose as we get the 2 to green here. So Wilson has definitely found a groove on the outer lane. As you can see, that's where the track darkens up a little bit, so definitely working for him as we work what should be the white flag. We're coming to get it this time, so here comes white flag in the air for Carter Wilson back there, your current leader at heat number 3. Looks like Goodwin still following in tow with 15.987 last time as to Carter Wilson's 15.930, so Wilson definitely having the faster car here as he worked at 3 and 4 for the final time, coming to the checkered flag. Mr. Excitement himself, we've got a victory lane here in the weekly press 150 here at Bristol Motor Speedway to heat number 3. Way to go, Wilson. We're trying to see if we can't find him. Definitely don't see Carter Wilson, so we won't be able to talk to him during the break here. But what a race, what a great 3 races there. As we're going to go ahead and I know I have Carter Wilson in the 27 and the 48 of Jake Goodwin going 1 and 2 in heat number 3. I don't quite know who finished 3rd. Kind of like heat number 2, where it was the 61 of Ricky Arbo and the 34 of Mike Rhino finishing in 1, 2, the first and second positions. It was the 72 of George White and the 40. I want to say the 45. Yeah, the 45 of Patrick Healy. One of those 2 drivers finished 3rd in the last race, and then again winning heat number 1 was the 28 car. And I want to say that was Steve Matthews. It was actually the 98. And the 38, Travis Roma finishing 2nd. And in 3rd position in that race was the 11 of Vic Greenwood. But while we're here and they're getting set for the race here, getting the lineup set finally, we're going to go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more action here from Bristol Motor Speedway in the Maritime iRacing League.
Action like you have never seen before. The ATV Live Team Racing Series is sponsored by HD Radio Network, live on Tuesday nights from 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't wimp out, dude. Catch the action live at etv-eplay.net. plus other listeners where you can hear everything from big 80s metal to classic rock and roll, country radio, ETV live sports radio, even adult and unplugged rock and roll. HDRadioNetwork.com, one of the fastest growing internet radio networks, HDRadioNetwork.com. Take it with you, cowboy. Get the mobile app for Android, iPhone, iPad, and all the rest from TuneIn.com. If you're a serious online racing enthusiast, you need Derek Spear Design, maker of high-quality, custom-built, and 50 caliber strong simulation racing products like button boxes, shifter pedals, component parts, and more. The advantage a championship sim racing driver needs. Rated 10 out of 10 by Inside Sim Racing TV. Check out his line of top-shelf sim racing products reasonably priced at DerekSpearDesigns.com and buckle in for a no-nonsense ride. DerekSpearDesigns.com today, cowboy.
And we are back live here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I do know that Kyle Peddle is on Facebook, so hopefully he has gotten home and will be joining us shortly, hopefully, for our sake, for the viewers' sake, so they don't have to listen to me for another however long this is going to be. And still kind of around here practicing at Bristol Motor Speedway, the final practice here basically before we get set to go green flag racing. I do believe John Wessling has joined us in the broadcast booth. And John, man, welcome to the booth.
Oh my God, Dakota, you don't know how long it's been since I've been in the booth. This is almost scary.
It can be a scary thing. You can be a scary thing. Just remember, it's all right. You're not gonna die.
I think I can do this.
All right, and I believe we might have a savior for us here. Kyle Peddle is responding on Facebook, John.
Well, he's going to save these people a lot of grief trying to listen to me talk, Dakota. The first heat was a really good race, though, here, Dakota, in the MIRL series. It looks like it's taking a good...
Go ahead. Yeah, all three heats were fantastic tonight. It was... in the first heat, it was actually Stephen Matthews, and the driver of the 98 that was able to get to victory lane here. I mean, he did a fantastic job. I mean, he started from the pole. He raced up front the whole race. Never really looked back. When you look at heat number 2, Ricky Arbeau, the 61, he started second. He got around the leader finally and took off and was able to hold on to the lead position. And would go on to win with Mike Rhino coming home second after starting from the pole. Looked like Arbeau maybe just a little bit better than, I want to say, Arbeau there.
Yeah, it looks like Stephen Matthews qualifying just about over, Dakota. It looks like Stephen Matthews is going to take the pole here.
He might. I believe it will give him to him. They will give it to him because he did win heat number 1 again. Heat races finish or determine the lineup. So it will be however they finish in the heat races. So by virtue of basically, if you finish second in heat race number 1, you will start 6th or no, actually 4th, 5th. I'm thinking here. Actually, it's 4th. Yeah, 4th because it's. In the practice session, what they do is they take the first of every 3 numbers. So first out of the top 3 will go into heat number 1. The second, or the first out of 4th through 6th will go into heat number 1, and so on and so forth like that. As I believe, we also have another guy joining us down here, John Westling. We have Jesus Andrade joining us for the broadcast here. Jesus, how you doing?
I'm good. How about you guys?
I'm alright. And Jesus just waiting on the session here to end. I believe we have 3 more minutes until we go racing here at Bristol Motor Speedway for 150 laps here in the late models at Bristol. Again with the Maritime iRacing League. This could be a long one.
Yeah, looks like we got a good competitive field here, and looks like it's going to be a lot of fun watching these guys race here.
Definitely. We're going to go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back here with racing action. Racing action.
HD Radio Network joined 5,000 plus other listeners where you could hear everything from big 80s metal to classic rock and roll, country radio, ETV, live sports radio, even adult and unplugged rock and roll. HDRadioNetwork.com, one of the fastest growing internet radio networks. HDRadioNetwork.com. Take it with you, cowboy. Get the mobile app for Android, iPhone, iPad, and all the rest from TuneIn.com.
Strong and free, from far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I believe with, again, this is the Maritime iRacing League, everybody from Western Canada, or Eastern Canada. That's big, big mistake to make there. Anyway, though, we're about 10 seconds from the grid, so we're going to go ahead and go trackside for the command. Alright, and we're starting here, getting set. We're going to go ahead and run through the qualifying lineup here. It will be Steve Matthews who's going to be starting from the pole with Ricky Arbeau on his outside. Carter Wilson will start third, and Travis Romo will start fourth. Jesus.
We got Mike Rhino here starting 5th, alongside Mr. Jake Goodwin, and in 7th, Ronald McKay.
And how about, I do want to say it will be George White and Doug Hubley starting 9th and 10th. Sorry there, I was trying to straighten something out, but Tracy Foster, Patrick Healy will start also 11th and 12th.
Pardon my bad naming. Here 14th, we got Mike Rayburn. Alongside him is a 50 car of Blake Collicutt. And then 16th, you got Jeff Gilman.
I believe we did skip Nathan Doherty there. Don't want to skip him, so it's actually Nathan Doherty in the 6th. Mike Rayburn is going to be in the 14th position on his outside. Then it's Blake Collicutt and Jeff Gilman. Starting in the 17th position, we'll have Craig Weigel on his outside, Kevin Savory. Starting in 19th position, Tim Terry. And Joe Doran is actually in England. He's from England, New England, so that's a new one. Going to start 20th with John Gahan, starting in 21st if he does get on the track. So getting set for 150 laps here. About to go racing. As we are pacing, we'll have to go around one more time, and we'll be green flag racing. Happy to welcome Jesus Andrade again into the broadcast booth. I know it was probably a pain to listen to me talk, just me talk for about 3 heat races, but we do have Jesus here, and we are thankful of that, and welcome, Jesus.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'm glad to be up on here, and mind my bad language. I'm kind of Cuban American, and you know, my English isn't very well, but I hope to see some good racing, and it'll be fun calling the race from here.
For those of you yelling at me that his name is Jesus, his name might be Jesus in Mexico, but I've been told to call him Jesus. That's what we call him here, so Jesus.
It's however you call it. It's whatever you want.
And getting set here, the pace car should be diving off. Pace car is off. We're here waiting on Stephen Matthews to take the green flag. Green flag is out. Garbo on his outside, going to be side by side heading to turn number 1 already. So it's going to be Matthews kind of leading the way here with Arbo jumping. Should be able to jump inside. Going to be possibly single foul behind him though. How about Travis Roma, 38, going backwards in a hurry. So they're door to door to door, and caution's out already. Huge wreck. I see Tracy Foster involved in this. I believe he was the start of the caution with Vic Greenwood for some reason kind of checking up a little earlier, way too early. I don't know why he was so slow, but it looks like he got run over, and then Nathan Doherty had nowhere else to go, and that would put Roma or Foster around, and also I want to say the 44 Doug Kubley would also get involved. Also the 50.
Hard damage there with the 2 car bouncing it off the wall. Looks like he might have knocked the toe down on. Looks like he'll get it down to pit road and try to get it repaired.
And he definitely will. And unfortunately, we see a caution that early on into the race. But it's hopefully we get the cautions out of the way now. We can go green flag racing here soon to the end, and that would be a lot of fun. Bristol is an extremely interesting track. When it comes to racing, when everybody is seen kind of moving around on the bottom, but we did see somebody in one of the heat races going more towards the middle groove, and that's what made this track kind of interesting in the heat races, because that was Carter Wilson, and he's sitting in 3rd position. I do want to see what he can do compared to these leaders in front of him when we go back green flag racing. If we can get a few laps in here, it'd be kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, right now we got 98 leading, and he got a pretty nice jump there on the start. He had a pretty good start. For the first lap, his car looked pretty solid through 1 and 2, and he was able to pull away a couple of car lengths. I look to him to be one of the strongest cars up here since he got the pole and everything, and looks like 61's not far behind.
Yeah, for sure, and you know, that 61 Ricky Arbo is the points leader by quite a bit. All he has to do is finish top 5s weekly, and I think this, you know, maybe finishing the top 5 this week, he might clinch the championship. I mean, he's got it pretty good right now. I mean, almost a 100-point lead, I want to say. So fantastic job by Ricky Arbo week in and week out. I think he might have been wrecked in maybe 1 race, if that, and I think he's come back every time that he is wrecked. I know last week he sustained a lot of damage, still came back, able to finish in the top 5. If not, I think it might have been 6th or 5th. So one of the 2, Ricky Arbo able to come back, it seems like, from just about everything they throw at him. We're still pacing here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't get Stephen Matthews on the radio, because Stephen won his heat race and starting from the pole here, so it'll be kind of interesting to hear what he has to say after a quick caution. We do have Stephen Matthews now on the radio, I do believe. And Stephen, man, you got a copy?
I got you, bud.
All right, man. You got a quick caution. You expecting a few more of those?
I didn't expect one that early. Really, you should be able to run 2x2 here all day, but you know, maybe we'll get a couple quick more, and then a couple more cautions, and then it'll all play out, and should get some green flag running in here.
What's the strategy on this restart here?
No, I'm just going to do what I've been doing there. You know, I've been getting pretty good restarts. I don't know what Arbo's running for a gear ratio, but probably something similar to what I got. And you gotta pick it up pretty quick to get it going because it's a little lazy.
And you kind of worried with Arbo there?
Oh no, I think we got it covered.
All right, good luck, man.
As we go green coming off turn 4, and 98 gets a very good jump here, pulls away about 2 car lengths on 61.
Yeah, there goes Steve Matthews, pretty good jump. There comes Arbo trying to follow him. And again, Matthews, pretty good lead. I think he said that he's got the field covered. He thinks, I wouldn't doubt that, but Arbo, he's one of those guys that can kind of magically come in at some point and kind of take over. So we'll have to watch for that number 61 machine. I wouldn't count the 48 back there in 4th position either. He's been pretty strong, won his heat race. Carter Wilson, though, he's been the guy that's been kind of shocking me. He's extremely fast this week. And as I say that, you know, he's closed in on the 61 Ricky Arbo rather fastly, and again, he's in 3rd position. So Wilson, man, he's on a roll. And he's found an upper groove, too. That's what's kind of intriguing to me.
As we move down to 5th and 6th, we got a nice battle here between the, I believe, the 97 and the 34 car. 34 car has been looking inside for a couple of laps there, and looks like he just can't get it done. That bottom line just can't keep up that speed coming off the corner, and the outside line is just beating them as the 73 car looks inside.
Yeah, there goes the 73, and that's going to get him. He's going to lose a lot of time and almost maybe make contact there with the 38 Travis Roma. You see Vic Greenwood slow on the inside there. And almost makes contact with Roma. Roma gets sideways down the front stretch there, but the 73 again from New England. So he's the only non-Canadian in here is what I'm showing, which is kind of unique here.
Well, we got Dakota. We got Carter Wilson up here looking up outside of Mr. Ricky there, and looks like he's looking a little racy here early on.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's the 27, Mr. Excitement himself. He's definitely got a car. As he's now side by side with Stephen Matthews, the race leader. So here comes Mr. Excitement to the outside of the race leader. It will be, I do want to say Matthews led that lap, but it wasn't by much. 13 thousandths of a second. As now Wilson goes around Matthews, going to take the lead without a problem as he's using that outside line. He has definitely found something as he is charging. He's going to lead that lap and kind of run away here.
That was a very strong move there by the 27 car. Came up, got a good run coming off the corner and past the 98 car. Looks like you were right there, Dakota. He's one of the top guys to watch there, and I won't count out that 98 car though. He looks pretty strong. I guess maybe we could get a couple laps in here, and he'll probably get back up there.
And I wouldn't count out the 48 or the 61 back there behind him either, but you almost had to because the 48 almost just lost the car and just about wrecked it. He saved it though. The 48 to Jake Goodwin getting really sideways, bobbled pretty good coming off that corner. That was off of turn number 4 there, so nice save by Goodwin. Now side by side with Rhino back there for 5th position. He's going to kind of drop back in line, try not to lose too much time with the guys behind him or the guys in front of him here. As it is Arbo now up front for 2nd. Arbo's going the inside of Matthews, maybe not quite. He's going to back out of it a little early there as you see Greenwood on the slow on the inside. Kay has to back out so he doesn't break Arbo, so everybody kind of checking up for each other. Good awareness out here on the track.
Look at that 34 car coming up off the corner. He got a little bit loose there, had to check up a little bit for that 97, and he got the 48 car looking inside him right now. We got a battle for 2nd here. 61 not giving up that fight. 98 not giving up that position. 61 car just can't get that run coming off the corner and just can't do anything with it.
And how about Arbo? Yeah, still on the Arbo on the inside now. He's not going anywhere. Looks like McKay coming with a huge run on the outside. He's gonna get freight train. Arbo getting freight train because here comes now the 34 Mike Rhino. And how about Goodwin way up next to the wall? That's a familiar line for the higher powered stock cars. And how about this? We're getting a super late model in iRacing here soon. That's going to be one to watch for. I think might move into this Maritime iRacing league. That might be the kind of car they're wanting here. More power and a real late model. As I've heard, this is kind of like a glorified street stock in most people's opinions. So that'll make it even cooler to watch these things go around here. As again, watching back here for about 5th position is Mike Rhino and Jake Goodwin going at it here. And up front, Wilson's kind of pulled away.
Wow, he's just completely left them there. Hopefully he's not abusing his stuff there and, you know, can save that car for the long run, as we got the 98 car and 97 kind of slowing down the field and kind of slowing down there.
Somebody almost took out that Goodwin. There was a slow car on the inside, like on the apron there, and Goodwin almost caught up in it because he had nowhere to go, almost barely kind of escaped there. As now we're watching this battle again up here for second position, I believe. It is Ronald McKay and Steve Matthews going at it. Matthews now on the inside, side-by-side, door-to-door with Matthews as he goes into turn number 3. Not quite there, but I think he's got it maybe coming off this corner. Watch for Greenwood there on the bottom. Maybe play into this. Nope, he's going to stay way out of the way, and Matthews kind of losing, or McKay losing time on the inside there.
And this is when you need patience. You cannot, it's kind of irritating. I've been there, you know, being underneath the guy for so long, abusing your stuff, trying to get around them, and, you know, you just can't get that run coming off, and then, you know, you get frustrated, and, you know, frustration leads to the bumper, and, you know how that ends up here at Bristol.
Yeah, definitely. Here's, again, here's the 34 on the outside of the 97, and these guys are close here. I mean, they're almost making contact every lap, it seems like, while Mr. Excitement himself, Carter Wilson, drives away. The 97 make contact. 97 outside wall, 48 had got loose right before that. I was just about to mention that. So we do have a wreck as to the 97, and his day might be over here as he is spun around on the inside, smoking, and definitely on the radio, not happy there.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with him there. You know, looks like the 34 came down on him. Just looks, you know, it looks like the outside car got a little bit loose there, and he came down, and I guess that's his race right there.
Yes, here is, I'm watching this again here. Coming out of turn number 4, down the front stretch. Not quite there, as I'm watching now going into turns 1 and 2, lap 28. The 34 looks like maybe he thought he might have been clear, maybe coming down a little bit more than he actually had room for. And I think the only thing that kept Jake Goodwin from being involved in that was the fact that he had just got loose right before that. But everybody down on pit road is not about fuel, it's about tires here. As you see, I believe left side's going up on most of these cars now, so it was 4 tires for a lot of these guys. How about Tim Terry? He's picking up a few spots on pit road maybe by taking 2 or none here, as we're going to see as the field starts to roll out now. Looks like Arbeau's going to be caught there for a while. Maybe adding fuel, not quite sure what's going on with the 61 machine. Maybe making a lot of changes to that car. But anyway, we are pacing once again here at Bristol Motor Speedway with the Weekly Press 150 with the Maritime iRacing League. We're going to go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more green flag action here.
Maker of high-quality, custom-built, and 50 caliber strong simulation racing products like button boxes, shifter pedals, component parts, and more. The advantage a championship sim racing driver needs. Rated 10 out of 10 by Inside Sim Racing TV. Check out his line of top-shelf sim racing products, reasonably priced at DerekSpearDesigns.com. And buckle in for a no-nonsense ride. DerekSpearDesigns.com today, cowboy. DerekSpearDesigns.com today, cowboy.
And we're back rather quickly there, John Westling, again pushing the camera, pushing the buttons on the cameras. I cannot talk today, that is for sure. That's the one thing I do know, but thankfully you don't have to listen to me talk the whole race, because again, Jesus Andrade has joined us for tonight. Michael Keaton on vacation, and well, we're here at Bristol Motor Speedway, 30 laps into the race, second caution of the night. First caution was rather quick spin wreck deal that would put us into caution. It was Tracy Foster, Travis Roma may be involved, and he's currently sitting in 4th position. Second wreck was the 97, and I want to say the 34 getting together. But right now the front row is now made up of Carter Wilson and Mike Rhino. Mike Rayburn third, and Travis Roma in fourth position. Kevin Savory in the 73 here. I don't recognize this number because he's a new guy from New England, which is rather interesting. That's Joe Doran. But here we get set for the green flag. Pace car is off. Carter Wilson getting a pretty good restart. He's going to move maybe straight to the outside lane, right in front of Mike Rhino, and into turn number 1 with a head of steam. He's going.
Got about 2 car length lead there on the 34, and as we look here, battle for third. You really need to take advantage of these green. Oh no, the 34 hits the wall.
Yeah, he nailed the wall. 34 nailed the wall. Watch him to see if he comes up the track. No, he's going to be able to hold it down. Looks like he might come straight down pit road. And more cars going off track up here. Everywhere. 3 wide back there. The 48's down there on the apron. He's going to come up the track. He'd be all right. But it was Tim Terry in the middle. Tim extremely sideways. Looks like his wheel might be sensitive. So he's going to be almost on the wall, if not in the wall. On the outside. Caution's out. We have a wreck on the track. And looking to see exactly what happened. I do see us 3 wide down here on the bottom, and it was one of those cars that was 3 wide was Travis Roma in the 38, who was sitting in third position, coming through lap 34 at 35. And he wasn't even, yeah, he was after the cause of the wreck. He goes into turn number 1 in third. 73 comes up, turns him into the outside wall. He kind of saves it, doesn't get too much damage, but that will put the 38 probably towards the back now as he comes down pit road again.
This goes back to my point of, you really gotta use what you got here early on, and once you get the caution and once you go green, because you won't, once these tires wear, it's just impossible to pass unless you use that bumper, and you really gotta kind of not get frustrated and take your time, and it looks like some people said we gotta go now, and they just made 3 wide moves.
Yeah, right there, though, it looked like maybe the 72 just kind of pushed on the track, or not 72, excuse me, it was not him. 73 maybe pushed on the track a little bit, but tell you what, we're pacing again here at Bristol Motor Speedway for the 4th time tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and bring Tim Terry up into the broadcast booth. I do believe we do have Tim Terry on the radio. Tim, you got a copy, man?
Hey, what's going on?
How's the car?
Well, I got maybe a grand total of about 10 to 15 practice laps this week. I've been busy doing other things, but it's okay. It drives well, it handles well. It's not fast, but as long as we keep it in one piece, we should have a top 10 finish here.
This is Jesus in the broadcast booth. I have a question here. How do you think the passing is? Do you really think you gotta use the bumper here later on into the race, or is it going to be side-by-side hard racing?
You guys know this with the Class A car. This track isn't as optimal for 2-lane racing as it should be. You can likely use, I don't know what the 38 car is doing on the apron there, but that's not good. Yeah, you can probably use a bumper at the end of this race and make it exciting. But these guys know the same thing as well. We have an incident system in the league, so if you cause a wreck, you're going to get likely 2, 3, 4 points in your incident system. So you'll likely see it at the end of the race, but it'll be with a little bit of caution.
And that was Travis Roma. He was referring to that was kind of stopped on the track, having an issue, I guess, under the caution lap. So unfortunate for him. But Tim, I do have a question. I kind of saw you when you were 3 wide several times. That you kind of just, the car jumps around. Is it kind of squirmy on you there?
Yeah, it's not as bad. It's more driver-operator error than it is anything else. I try to get on the throttle a little bit too soon, and sometimes it doesn't want to do that. But I took 2 tires in that stop, and we'll see how it goes here. I don't expect anything big, but I guess we'll see what happens here. We've got a couple of guys out here that stayed out, so this should be exciting.
You think you can get around these guys, maybe?
It's too early to really push the issue. It's lap 41. I think I'm just going to ride a little bit here. We'll get to lap 125, and then we'll see where we are.
All right, Tim. Good luck, man.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
And there's Tim Terry, league admin, and driving the 99 car tonight. And he does have something new on the car tonight, guys. It's an honor, and I've got to pull this up so I can talk about this myself here, because I don't have it offhand here. I know the green flag's coming out here. Trying to pull it up rather quickly here, but Tim Terry has something new on the car in honor of I want to say boot or sorry there, I did not get that right. Stompin' Tom Connors, who passed away a week ago tonight. He was a Canadian icon who was loved in the country, but sorry to hear that he has passed away. But we are back to green flag racing at Bristol Motor Speedway.
27 car got another great restart here.
88th round. Kevin Savory around there pretty quickly. I gotta say that maybe Steve Matthews in the 98. This is for 4th position. Got right to the backup, turned him around. I want to say this is lap 43 coming off of turn number 2. Yeah, he'll get up into Savory. It looks like Savory maybe checked up a little bit and got turned around. Not really any damage, if much at all, on that number 88 machine, but we are pacing again lap 44 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I don't believe we'll see many pit stops, so why don't we go ahead, step away, take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more green flag racing here at Bristol once again.
If you're a serious online racing enthusiast, you need Derek Spear Design, maker of high-quality, custom-built, and 50 caliber strong simulation racing products like button boxes, shifter pedals, component parts, and more. The advantage a championship sim racing driver needs. Rated 10 out of 10 by Inside Sim Racing TV. Check out his line of top-shelf sim racing products, reasonably priced at DerekSpearDesigns.com, and buckle in for a no-nonsense ride. DerekSpearDesigns.com today, cowboy.
And we're back live at Bristol Motor Speedway with the Maritime iRacing League. I am Dakota Ehrman, joined by Jesus Andrade with John Wessling up at the broadcast booth, pushing the buttons on the camera. But Jesus, take us to the top 10 here.
All right, here we got first we got the 27 car Carter Wilson, followed by 73 of Joe Dorian, 14 car Mike Rayburn, and 4 Steven Matthews, who's driving like he's on a mission. And in 5th place we got Tim Terry. 6th place we got the 08 of Craig Weagle, 88 of Kevin Savory, Jake Goodwin, Ricky Arbo, and last but not least we got Jeff Gilman as we come off turn 2 here, getting ready to get the green flag.
I think you got all those names correctly, and again we do a podcast, we do butcher some names. Again, Jesus is entirely new, and you know, I don't have an excuse, but I do it sometimes, especially with the new guys that tend to pop up. But the green flag is out, we're watching the racing, and Carter Wilson lost the lead, caution's out, so we'll have a new leader as we pace again at Bristol Motor Speedway, looking for the cause of caution there. It will be Ricky Arbo, points leader, getting turned around. As I'm watching this, I want to say it was coming through turn 1 on lap 49. He's in 9th position. Comes up the track. He got somebody above him got punted. Craig Weagle in the 08. He came back in a hurry like he was on the old tires. Came back right in front of Jay Goodwin. Maybe some netcode or maybe just a little bit of contact. Turned the 08 right down into Arbo. And I'll send the points leader out of the race, and it looks like Wiggle will sneak through, and as will Jake Goodwin.
Yeah, 61 car has a lot of right rear damage there, and he'll come in here to get it fixed here going into pit road. And I wouldn't count him out yet. You know, he's your points leader, and I know he's gonna hustle to get that top 5 to win that championship tonight.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Here, as we're now trying to get. Yeah, we're trying to get somebody on the broadcast on the mic here. How about we go with Ronald McKay here?
Yeah.
We have Ronald McKay in the broadcast booth on the mic there. He kind of intercepted his team transmission there. But Ronald McKay, man, you kind of got caught up a little early, but you're not entirely out, are you here?
The boys are in there working on the car a little bit, but it's beat up pretty bad. We just got collected there. Nobody's fault. Everybody going for the same part of real estate there. Everybody wants to get to the bottom, getting into the corners, and Mike come down, and it just wasn't quite enough room. If I would have seen him in time, I would have tried to check up, but nobody's fault. Just one of them racing deals.
And Ron, man, you were running up front pretty good. Are you out here still spotting for your teammates, and you guys got the same setups under the car?
Yeah, I'm trying to help them guys out as much as I can. We kind of came across something late in practice here today. We didn't really have much up until then, and we hit on something, and it worked for the race. And our car was really, really good. We were kind of just running some laps there, having a little bit of fun, running side by side, and like I say, just got collected. But it's just one of them things. It's Bristol.
Do you think you guys can get around Carter Wilson?
What's that?
You guys think you can get around Carter Wilson?
Yeah, I think Steve's got something for him. I think he's just kind of biding his time right now. He's close enough to the front where he can see him, and we're still pretty early in. We're only 50-some laps in, so he's got 100 laps to work on him, and I don't think Carter went in for tires or anything yet, so he's a little bit off on pit sequence. So I think he's got something for him. If his car is as good as mine was, he's definitely got something for him, because my car was really good.
Now, we don't want to put you on the spot here, but who are you picking to win the race?
Well, I got my money on the 98. Jake will be tough as the race winds down also, and I mean, Carter's been good all week. I mean, that whole team there, they've all been good, so I'd say he's going to be a player, but I don't know if he's got anything for Steven.
Alright, we got to thank you as the green flag comes up. We're going to go ahead and let you go, but get back up to the spotter's booth.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, his green flag is back out here at Bristol Motor Speedway with Giordora leading the way still. And I know I probably butchered his name several times now, but I believe it's Wilson might be on. Oh, Wilson gets to the wall. Might cost him a little bit, maybe not much. Not sure here as Matthews back on the inside. They're going to be almost 3 wide. Looks like Wilson's got to back out just to be safe. Caution is out. Wilson goes back another spot. We are under caution again here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I believe this might be the 5th or 6th time. I mean, I lost count. Shows you how much I can count, or how high I can count to, right? But looking to see exactly where the incident happened, and I'm not quite seeing it. So, kind of wondering, maybe it was, could have been Vic Greenwood? No? Looking here.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Don't see anything here.
Yeah, I'm highly wondering what exactly happened. Yeah, caution's out.
We got the leaders going into pit road here.
Yeah, well, we had a ghost caution, not thrown by the officials. We have a new lucky dog, that would be the 11 of Vic Greenwood. And most of the leaders coming down pit road here. Starting with the 73 staying out, Tim Terry staying out, Stephen Matthews though, Ricky Arbeau, Carter Wilson, all coming down.
Well, it looks like you have a choice. You could either choose rubber or the track position, and it's going to be a really big choice, a really important choice here, you know, to see what you choose. I mean, if your car is good handling, you know, you might want to keep it up there for some track position, but you know, if your car isn't that good handling and, you know, can't really do anything, then you come in for pit for some 4 tires. But I think if it was up to me, man, I'd take 4 tires every time if I had a good setup.
Definitely. I think it depends on track position here. You really got to put it on track position here, and pacing again with Joe Dorian and up front. And I know I'm probably running through his last name there to try to avoid screwing it up as much as possible. Tim Terry sitting in second position, and why don't we try to talk to Tim again? I mean, it is the second time we talked to him, but he's kind of on a somewhat new strategy, I want to say, because he's staying out trying to get these spots, it looks like. So trying to pull Tim up into the broadcast booth. We do have him on the radio. Tim, Terry, you got a copy, man?
Hey, what's up?
This is the second time. Just wanted to get you with more time here. But Tim, man, a lot of cautions here. How you surviving?
I'm surviving pretty well. I'm not sure what those guys are doing at the back. Need a little more patience for those guys in the back. Put the admin cap on for a second. There's a lot of guys that really need to really log some laps there, because we had a good little run at the start, and now we're seeing a lot of cautions. I saw everybody else behind me pit. I was going to come down pit road if they did that, and my spotter told me a little too late that they were coming down. So we're going to start out second. We're going to start outside of Dwyer and see what we can do here, and see if we can hold our own. I doubt it with those guys behind me, but we'll see what we can do.
All right, Tim, man, you're on old tires here. As you think you can maybe maintain that as we're watching the 73 maybe go down pit road here? Going down pit road here?
Is he pitting?
Yeah, he's done, looks like.
Oh, well, old lady's home from work, okay. Well, I guess we're starting on the pole, boys. We'll see what we can do here.
Yeah, good luck,
Tim, man, finally got to ask, man, do you know what happened in the last caution?
I heard it was 44 and 34, but other than that, I couldn't tell you what went wrong.
Yeah, we never actually could find the incident, but Tim, man, good luck starting from the pole here.
We're going to see what we can do, take Stomp Tom around for a couple of laps.
And there's Tim Terry. As we get set for the green flag, working through 3 and 4.
As we go green here, 99 car. If I'm correct, that is the 99 car of Tim Terry pulling away here. Got a great jump here, followed by the 27 and the 88. And 98 of Stephen Matthew, who, in my opinion, he's driving like, you know, he wants this, and it looks like he has a really good car here, and I seen him through the field, and it looks like he has a very solid piece.
And so watch Tim Terry kind of getting freight train, because here comes Wilson on the inside, going to be side by side in turn 1 for the lead. It's going to be Wilson with a huge run. See Terry getting kind of loose there. It's going to be side by side for second now. It's Wilson, or Savory. Terry gets the wall a little bit. Now it's Savory Matthews. Matthews gets around him. Goodwin coming with a run. Looks like, you know, Terry just trying to find a place to fall in line maybe here, as he's going to back out and let Matthews go as they go into turn number 3. Looks like maybe Terry a little tight end, going to lose a little bit of time that way. And we're watching here. I had somebody back there hit the wall back there, but up front still, it's still Matthews and Savory going at it for second. Wilson has gotten a pretty good gap here. That'll make things interesting. Kind of running through the field here a little bit to see where else we can find action, and kind of single file everywhere.
Yeah, right now they just want to make some laps. You know, we still got, I would say, about 90 laps left, and you know, you just got to keep it clean here, and you know, got to make it to the finish. And you know, right now you could race and, you know, make up your track position, but right now everybody's fine tuning as the 98 gets loose and saves it coming off turn 2.
What a save by Stephen Matthews in the 98 machine. Did a fantastic job of hanging on to that thing, and he's going to finally get passed by Doug Hughley, who was in 8th position. So he will likely fall back to 8th position as he tries to run down the driver of the number 44 machine. Up front, it's still how about this? Tim Terry's still sitting in 4th position, so he's doing a good job of hanging in there. Up front, it's still Wilson. He's got a pretty good gap over Kevin Savory, driver of the number 88 machine, who has Jake Goodwin kind of closing on his bumper there.
As the 48 car gets a good run as he drives that baby in there inside of the 88, but he just can't keep that speed up through the straightaway. He's going to try it again, and as he's side by side here with the 88 coming off turn 2.
Yeah, door to door is not quite. He's going to kind of spinner the door here. It's now going to be door to door coming through the middle of 3 and 4. Still side by side. Looks like Savory had the edge to the straightaway there, but it should be Goodwin with the edge to the corner here. Looks like Goodwin almost clear, not quite, because here comes Sabre with a huge run back on the outside, going to be door-to-door once again. Looks like, I want to say Goodwin almost clear. Goodwin will clear the 88 here. Off of the corner, Goodwin, or Sabre will lift and let Goodwin go. Maybe looking back inside, but not quite going to have the run here. So we have a new second place car, and back single file again.
Yeah, it looks like these guys are pretty content here with running right where they are. As we got the 98 making moves here, trying to get back up to the front.
Yeah, the battle for the fifth position with Mike Rayburn looking on the inside of Tim Terry. Not quite anymore, though, because Rayburn's going to fall out of the line. And he's got Ricky Arbeau, who was involved in earlier, right all over his bumper looking at the inside. So they're going to be door-to-door. And behind them, Doug Hubhley, Craig Weigel, and I think Matthews might have lost another spot in the process. I don't know what happened to Matthews, but it looks like he's went back a spot.
Oh, and the 44 turns to 14, and the 14 saves it. What a save.
Hubhley and Rayburn. Like you said, Rayburn's going to get turned. He's going to save it. What a save from Mike Rayburn, driver of the number 14 machine, as he's now got the 44 in front of him. How about Matthews coming around the outside? That's 2 free spots for Matthews on his charge back up to the front here.
Oh,
Rayburn,
no,
outside wall. Hard. He's going to lose a lot of time and barely be able to hang on the car, but he is still going. So back single foul here. Let's say we are on lap 77, coming to get 78 as they work through 3 and 4. The leader works through 3 and 4, so almost done here. I want to say just a little over 75 laps remaining.
Points leader, your points leader, who I said do not give up on him, just passed Tim Terry for 4th position, and like I said, man, that car is pretty beat up, but he's not giving up. That's a heart of a champion right there.
Yeah, he is a champion. I'll tell you what, every time you throw something at Mr. Arbeau, Ricky Arbeau, he comes back and he finds a way to persevere, and he does it fantastically. So sitting in 4th position now, looking to catch Kevin Savory, who was kind of losing time to Jay Goodwin, and how about Goodwin? About 2.9 seconds back from Wilson. So it's Arbeau trying to catch Savory here, and we'll try to see the lap times here. So we watched Arbeau run 16.1. I think that'll update here at the line. So not quite. So we'll look at 16.369 from Savory to that 16.1 from Arbeau, so that's about a 0.2 of a second difference here. Looking at it once again, as they just crossed the line, it's a 4 and a 0, so a 0.4 of a second gap there. So definitely Arbeau is coming in a hurry, but if you look up here, the 16.1s and 16.2s, looks like Goodwin just about a 10th faster than Wilson also.
Matthews coming up through the field, about 2 laps ago, just passed Tim Terry to move back into the top 5 after that little scamble up in turn 2.
Yeah, how about Steve Matthews coming back, like you said. Doing a good job, and you know, Tim Terry, he's still hanging on. He's on older tires, gotta remember that, but he is hanging on pretty well. Doug Hubhley behind him. Looks like Jeff Gilman and Mike Rayburn kind of going at it. Rayburn got the wall pretty hard. Mike Rhino back there as well. Seeing Craig Weigel and I want to say George White also back there in the mix. Blake Colacuzzi all the way back to Jake Gilman. I mean, that's not far from Carter Wilson, who was in front of them. As you see him get the apron, well, wait, the car in front of him get the apron there and take a little loose, get out of the way. Now it is Wilson looking to lap down, or lap here, George White.
Yeah, Carter is leading them right now. Got probably the fastest car here on track, and getting ready here to lap the top 10 as he just passed Mr. Craig Weigel. And as the 12 gets into the wall, 14 looks inside.
Yeah, I'm still watching. I want to watch Wilson here for a lap or two, see what he's doing. I still like that Wilson, he's up here using this coming off the corner there.
Yeah, he's so-called using what you would use in the more powered cars, as in the Cup cars and the Nationwide cars. You would probably use that middle line to the out, and it looks right now like it's benefiting him. And you know, it's probably one of the first people we've seen up there. You know, we got a couple of other people trying the high line, and most people are stuck to the bottom. And it looks like Carter figured something out that we don't.
Yeah, definitely here as he's now going on the outside to lap Vic Greenwood. Once again, Greenwood receiving a lap, a lucky dog or two so far in this race now as he's coming up on Mike Rhino in 13th. Mike Rayburn in 9th, and Jeff Gilmet in 8th position, so he's closing on those guys rather quickly. Up front for 6th position, it's Doug Hubler going inside, and Tim Terry. Terry kind of getting the wall, maybe a little bit there on the outside lane in that number 99 machine. He gets the wall again. He's going to save it. He's going to lose a lot of time in the process.
Boy, I'm looking at this battle back here as the 34 goes underneath the 14, and these three guys over here, not Blake, sorry, excuse me. We got Tim Terry here. No, not Tim Terry. Oops, sorry again. Jeff Gilmet and Mike Rayburn here battling here to stay on the lead lap, and you know, these guys are fighting to stay on the lead lap, and you know, hoping for a caution to come out.
Definitely so. Here comes Wilson right behind them on the very outside. He was running right next to the wall, coming to the corner that time. Again, kind of going around Rayburn without a problem. Here he comes on Rhino, who is now working the inside of the 12 of Gilman, I think that is, as he now goes to the very inside. You're going to see Wilson run a lane that he doesn't really want to run, so it might cost him a little bit of time here. But he's still coming as you see the 12 get the wall. It's going to put the 27 in front of him. Still stuck on the bottom, but he won't lose too much time because now he has the lane choice, or preferred lane, as he goes into turn number 3 again. You'll see him kind of move up to more of that outside lane and maybe run down Mike Rhino once again.
There's our man Tim Terry there, still in the top, running in the top 10, about 2 seconds in front of the leader, and you know, he's running. He doesn't want to get lapped. Knowing him, you know, he's running away.
Tell you what, Ronald McKay has rejoined the track. He's in 16th position, the 97 car, kind of running around there, lap down car. He's running 17.7s to even slow cars running 16.5s. That's off the pace cars, not slow cars, but off the pace a little bit. So I mean, he's about over a second off the pace right now.
Looks like we'll have a battle here. Like I said, Stephen Matthew, man, he's really racing like he's got a bullet on his back, and you know, I've seen him driving. I think he has something for Carter. If he gets a good restart, we got a caution here and can stay on the lead lap. I think he has something for Carter. I feel like Steve Matthews has a better car maybe on the long run than maybe Carter, but I think Carter's biggest challenge is Stephen Matthew and Jake Goodwin. Goodwin has closed into Carter. Carter's been in some lap traffic, and about 10 laps ago that gap was about 3 seconds. Now it's about 2.0.
Yeah, now you see who's working the traffic is Goodwin, as he's going to go almost 3 wide. Now he's going to be stuck behind a slow car on the inside, going to be on his bumper all the way through the front stretch. Going to get that car loose. That could be a little dangerous as he now works the inside of the 08 of Craig Weagle. Trying to get around him. He'll come up, be clear, and he got to the lap cars pretty quickly. They're a lot faster than it took, or less time than it took Carter Wilson to do it, definitely for sure, as he now tries to approach Vic Greenwood in the 11 car, who was several laps down. Tim Terry, his next victim, who has just been lapped, and now Mike Rhino also being lapped by Carter Wilson, who is now approaching Doug Hubler, who was sitting in the 6th position. So all but the sixth place car is just about to go lap down. We are about to have only 5 cars on the lead lap, and a few of those kind of out of distance, I would say, out of reach for Carter Wilson, but it's possible still.
Quick update here. I will name you guys the top 5. We got Carter Wilson leading. We got Jake Goodwin in 2nd. 3rd place, we got Ricky Arbayo. Sorry, I can't say his name. I'm so used to saying it in Spanish, and you would say it in Spanish like that. I'm sorry if I say it wrong. You got Stephen Matthews in 4th, and in 5th, you got Kevin Sabori.
Yes, Kevin Saber there in 5th position. Doug Hubler sitting in 6th with Tim Terry in 7th. Again, all these are lap down. Jeff Gilmet in 8th. Mike Rayburn in 9th. And I want to say 5 laps down, Vic Greenwood in 10th position. Blake Collicutt also 5. Craig Weagle 7 laps down in 12th. Mike Rhino 22 laps down in 13th. George White 14th, 22 laps down. Joe Dorian 15th, 44 laps down. Behind him is Ronald McKay, 53 laps down. Travis Roma 66. Nathan Doherty 88, 83. Patrick Healy 88. And Tracy Foster 103 laps down. Only 106 laps into the event here.
Boy, I'm telling you.
Actually, we've had a pretty good green flag stretch here.
Yes, sir, and I'm telling you, looks like Jake Goodwin is having a little better luck around this traffic, and he's down to 1.2 seconds here on your leader, and he's got a pretty good car here. That last lap was a little bit faster there than Carter, but well, it looks like we're gonna have a nice little race here on our hands here in a couple. If you give Jake a couple more laps here.
Just about a little over 2 tenths faster last time by itself. Yeah, about a tenth and 3/4 that time. So it is Goodwin by quite a bit here. He's running down Carter Wilson in a hurry here.
Quick question: did that 27 car stay out that last time?
You gotta think the 27 might have stayed out last time. I know we heard Arbo say the tire fall off is pretty bad, so you gotta think maybe the 27 didn't quite take into effect how much the tires would fall off. Everybody said that this 48 machine, Jake Goodwin, he'd be fast in the long run, and we kind of see that now because he's coming.
Yes, sir. And then also, you know, you could also say in there how many heat cycles were on that last run. You know, probably had a heat cycle. And I mean, once you get a heat cycle on these cars, you know, these cars are so sensitive. You know, especially this tire model. You know, a lot of, you know, if you put a little too much heat on that right front and you get a caution, cool it back down, it really doesn't drive the same. And looks like Jake's taking advantage of that.
Definitely, but tell you what, we're 112 laps in this 150 lap event. We're going to go ahead, step away, take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, and we should take you to the end or close here on ETV Live.
Listeners, where you could hear everything from big 80s metal to classic rock and roll, country radio, ETV live, sports radio, even adult and unplugged rock and roll. HDRadioNetwork.com, one of the fastest growing internet radio networks. HDRadioNetwork.com. Take it with you, cowboy. Get the mobile app for Android, iPhone, iPad, and all the rest from TuneIn.com. Serious online racing enthusiast, you need Derek Spear Design, maker of high-quality, custom-built, and 50 caliber strong simulation racing products like button boxes, shifter pedals, component parts, and more. The advantage a championship sim racing driver needs. Rated 10 out of 10 by Inside Sim Racing TV. Check out his line of top-shelf sim racing products, reasonably priced at DerekSpearDesigns.com, and buckle in for a no-nonsense ride. DerekSpearDesigns.com today, cowboy.
Welcome back, guys, here at ETV Live. We got a very nice battle here at Bristol for the lead as for the past 5 laps while we were at commercial. 27 and 48 were side by side, and wow, it was some close racing there, Dakota.
There still is close racing because we're still side by side for the lead because Goodwin cannot get around Wilson. So we've been side by side for quite a while now. I believe Terry's slow on the inside. He might be out of fuel or something wrong with that machine because he's losing a lot of time, a lot of speed here. Being shown currently 9th, 3 laps down, so I don't know what's up with Terry's machine in 99. But back up front to this battle, I'm watching Wilson. He's using the outside. He's got it nailed. He's still hitting the lap times he was hitting before, but Goodwin, he can't use all of the line he wants to, I don't think. Or I don't know. He's just not got the groove yet.
Yeah, this goes back to what I said earlier in the race, man. You could only do it as much as you let yourself get frustrated. You let yourself get frustrated because you can't get by that guy on the outside, things just are going to escalate to the wrong thing. And it looks like Jake's still being really patient. They've been side by side like this for about 15 laps, about 10 laps, 10, 12 laps. And, you know, he's not giving up, man. And I don't blame him. It's for the win. We don't got many laps here to go. This is when you show what you got.
And I'll tell you what, 25 laps remaining at the finish line, which we just passed. So 25 laps remaining here at Bristol Motor Speedway with the Maritime iRacing League. in the weekly press 150 here. Doing it, the 27, getting the wall. He's going to lose the lead because there goes Goodwin on the inside. So we'll have to see if Wilson can get back to the outside, get back to the inside. Can he do anything to try to make up time on the 48 to try to keep him back in his grasp? Looks like the 48 might be able to run away here. He's going to be in traffic, though, so that can make things interesting. Here comes Terry to the outside of Wilson. Terry, he's coming like a rocket ship here because he's going to go to the outside of the 48 now of Goodwin's. I think Terry might have went down and got fuel, tires, something of the sort, because he's rolling. Look at that! Look at that 99 car.
Okay, those are those 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles, man. They'll get to in places in a hurry. That's, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we get here a late caution. You know, something might happen up front. You never know. And big question will come up: do you pit or do you not pit? And track position, or, you know, what do you guys do? Who takes 2 tires? Who takes 4?
Definitely will be interesting here to see what exactly happens here.
And I must give props there to the 48 of Jake Goodwin, who never gave up, and you know, he stayed inside there with Carter Wilson for about, at least, I'll give him 12-15 laps, and he never gave up, and he didn't get frustrated, and that's what happens when you're patient.
Yeah, definitely, Jake Goodwin. I mean, he's done it more than once. I mean, he's kind of found patience is the key. This guy knows how to drive race cars, and I think he's got it kind of down. He knows when to be patient. He's done a fantastic job of being patient here, as we're actually looking here at Jake Goodwin, the number 48, who is currently the leader. He's got Tim Terry around his tail. Remember, Terry on new tires. Here they come up on George White in the 72. Looks like they're both going to go inside of the 72 here. But Terry wishes he could run like this the whole run. I think it would be kind of cool for Terry if we could get him in a car that could run up front the whole race. He found a handling this week, so way to go, Terry. He's not wrecked out yet.
Yeah, that car looks pretty solid there on track. I mean, maybe if we would have pitted there with when everybody pitted and not gotten off cycle, maybe, you know, maybe something good would have happened there. But you know, it looks like he has a very strong car there, and he's keeping up with the leader.
Definitely there. I think it's those new tires, but Terry, I think man, you got to watch out for him. One of these few races in the remainder of the season, he's going to kind of come out of nowhere and surprise these guys and go out and win a race or something of the sort.
As we go through the field, I'll give you a run-up of your top 5. Nothing much has changed for your leader. Your new leader of the 48 of Jake Goodwin, second place of Carter Wilson, Ricky Arbayo, in third place. Fourth place, Stephen Matthews, and to round up your top 5, it is Kevin Savory.
Yeah, and then again, Savory is a lap down, so only 4 cars on the lead lap. Terry gets the ball pretty hard. 6th position, Mac Rayburn. 7th is Doug Hughley. 8th is Tim Terry. 9th is Jeff Gilman. And in 10th position, Blake Collicutt. Do want to take this time to talk to you a little bit about how about the VRC Mark II Virtual Racing Seat, a simulation racing cockpit designed by championship race car driver Bob Earl. Who better than a real race car driver to design a simulation racing cockpit? As a former race car driver, Bob Earl knows what it means to be comfortable in the cockpit. The design features a fully adjustable and seat and frame, additional mount stand and shifter mounts sold separately. Proud sponsor of the 2013 RSR Full Throttle Cut Series, a high quality and affordable virtual racing cockpit priced at just $349 plus shipping. See it today at BobEarlRacing.com, and again, that is www.BobEarlRacing.com.
I don't know. We got 10 laps to go here, and looks like the 14 car of Mike Rayburn drove into the pit road. Looks like probably having some fuel issues or something up there.
Is watching Jake Goodwin up front, leading the way here still. Like you said, just about 10 laps remaining, 9 laps, going to be 8 at the line here as he works through the backstretch on the inside of Craig Weagle. Kind of door to door here. He's going to get around Weagle with really no problem here. Terry's kind of fallen off of Goodwin, unfortunately, but he's still kind of there. Remember, Terry is a few laps down, though, so I believe he's about 3 or 4 now, and I'm looking to clarify. He is 4 laps down, but in 7th position, with him having those new tires and fuel, if anybody else were to lose a lot of laps, he's right there and can capitalize because he's right behind the leader right now. But and as I say that, he just went around the car that Craig Weagle there. But again, only about 5 laps remaining. It's actually 7. It's going to be 6 at the line here. As a good one actually coming out of 4 and going to cross the finish line right here.
Yep, this is when you're most excited. You know, Bristol's a tough place to win, and you know, you're just hoping no caution comes out, and you know, no caution to make it a 1-lap shootout or anything like that. And you know, this is when you got the butterflies, and you know, just want to hit 5 solid laps. You know, no problems. You know, hope all the lap traffic, you know, moves out of the way, and nothing big happens.
Definitely here is 5 laps remaining. Going to be 4 at the line, which he's coming across. Once again, 4 laps remaining here in the weekly press 150 here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yes, and I just wanna go ahead and apologize here if I've said your names wrong. I'm new to this. I'm not really used to this, and
it's over. Yeah, you're fine, Jesus, but I do want to go ahead and sorry to cut you out there, but I was just moving around, and there it was, 3rd place car, Ricky Arbo. He goes in 3 wide. McKay comes down. Looks like Severy may be moving up 3 wide. Big incident. Arbo gets turned again. He's in 3rd position, coming off of turn number 4 on lap 147. I mean, he shoves it in there. They both come up and down at the same time. That'll put him in the wall. I think he might be able to drive away and keep in 3rd position. Yeah, he will, but 4th position actually. But he'll be a lap down, unfortunately. Either way, that will end the race, though. With about 3 laps remaining here, I don't think we can get back green flag racing, especially with all the lap down cars we have. I believe our winner is Jake Goodwin.
Yeah, man, hats off to that crew there, you know, on patience and never giving up there on those last few laps. And, you know, Carter Wilson, your man right there, finishing in 2nd. 3rd place, you got Stephen Matthews. And your new champion, Mr. Ricky Arballo. And your 5th place finisher, Kevin Savory. And I think you'll say the rest of the field there, Mr. Dakota?
Yeah, I do want to mention Arbo, not quite the champion yet, but he is almost locked it up. I want to say he's about locked it up now, because he is sitting 4th again after being ranked twice now. He's going to still finish 4th. So fantastic job by the driver of the 61, and I think he might lock this up this week, if not next week. So how about that for Arbo? But 6 through 10, Doug Hubler coming home 6th, Tim Terry in 7th, Jeff Gilmet in 8th, Blake Calicut in 9th, and Craig Wheel coming home in 10th position now as we try to get Jake Goodwin on the radio here before he burns the tires down. And we have Jake Goodwin on the radio, I do believe. Jake, man, you got a copy?
Yep.
Man, you did it. You ran down Mr. Excitement himself, Carter Wilson. You went around the inside just barely, and you were able to sneak away with the win, man. How'd you do it?
Yeah, I don't know. I just I took a lot of fuel early, and I had like 15 gallons in it, and it was way too loose. But we went green so long that the setup come in, and it was running good at the end there.
Hey, this is Jesus in the broadcast booth. Congrats on your win, man. And I just want to ask you, how hard was it passing out there? I know you needed a lot of patience there to get by Carter. How hard was it to pass out there?
Yeah, I was almost thinking about giving up. The way I caught him, I thought I'd be able to pass him, but I was just stuck there beside him. He was really going good on the outside.
Alright, Jake, and fantastic win. Want to finally ask, man, who makes that for you here?
CBC Racing, Red Bull, DC, and Yamaha. I'd like to thank the Weekly Press and Pat Healy for sponsoring the race too.
And there you have it from your winner tonight, Jake Gill. I'm going to go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with our 2nd, 3rd place finisher.
Plus other listeners where you could hear everything from big 80s metal to classic rock and roll, country radio, ETV, live sports radio, even adult and unplugged rock and roll. HDRadioNetwork.com, one of the fastest growing internet radio networks, HDRadioNetwork.com. Take it with you, cowboy. Get the mobile app for Android, iPhone, iPad, and all the rest from TuneIn.com. Team Racing Series returns to ETV Live on Tuesday nights following the Fast Track Racing Series radio show. After organizing a highly successful team series in 2010, Jerry Wolf is back with some kick butt, take no prisoners, team racing action like you have never seen before. The ATV Live Team Racing Series is sponsored by HD Radio Network, live on Tuesday nights from 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't wimp out, dude. Catch the action live at atv-eplay.net.
And we're back live at Bristol Motor Speedway. Got our second place finisher standing by here. Carter Wilson, man, what a run for you. Almost won the race using a groove that we didn't quite foresee working, and you made it work. You won your heat race, and you almost won the race. Came up a little shy at the end, man. What was that like for you?
Oh, it was good. I got to thank Mike Rhino for the setup he gave me. It was really good on the outside. And, me and Jake had a great battle going, but he ended up getting by me near the end.
And Carter, man, do you think there was any way, if the caution had come out just a few laps sooner, is there any way you could have gotten him on a restart maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. I was really fast on the outside, so I was hoping it would have happened a lap or two sooner, but it is what it is, I guess.
And Wilson, man, what kind of happened that let him finally get by? I mean, you were holding on to it for quite a while on the outside.
Yeah, well, we kind of got caught up with some lap cars, and I was kind of blocked on the outside, so I had to duck down to the inside, and then that was it. He was gaining on me pretty fast. I think he made up 3 or 4 seconds, but I was holding him off on the outside until that happened.
All right, man, I'm finally going to ask who makes it happen for you here.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I'm going to finally ask, man, who makes it happen for you here?
Keith Mack, I would say. This is my first season running here in the league, and he's helped me out the whole time with setup, so I got to give thanks to Keith.
All right, there you have it from Carter Wilson, your second place finisher tonight. Going to go ahead and I believe Jesus Andrade wants to get our third place finisher.
Hey, Steven, great run tonight, finishing third, and you know, I've asked this question to the Jake Goodwin, and I just want to get your perspective. How hard was it passing out there? It looks like it was really hard to pass there, and you know, how do you think the passing was?
Yeah, it was a little tough to pass there. You know, I preferred the high side. The bottom didn't really work out too good for me. It kind of pinched the car off too much. I kind of dropped the ball on the setup a bit. I wish I could have, you know, spent a little more time on it. But like I said at the start there, we kind of hit on something that, you know, just before the race kind of thing, yesterday and today, and I didn't have a lot of time to tweak it a bit. But you know, I'm happy. I'm happy with third. You know, congrats to my teammate Jake on first, and Carter. They were the class of the field tonight, and you know, me, Jake, and Kevin top 5, and Doug in 6. You know, it was a good outing for CBC Racing tonight.
Now, I'll be truly honest with you, and from the start of the race, I said Steven Matthews looks like he's going to be very competitive out here, and you know, once you got turned, well, I wouldn't say you got turned, but once you got into the wall and kind of got help there, coming off turn 2, you know, I said, he's driving like he has a bullet on his back, ready to come towards the front and race for the win, and, you know, I just want to say, get your little opinion there. Was it, maybe if you didn't have that little trouble there earlier in the race, maybe would you race for the win there?
Oh, I was, you know, if a caution would have came out with, you know, 10, 20 laps ago, I think I would have tried my hardest to, you know, for the win, get some tires on it, make a couple more adjustments with tire pressures and such. But no, I mean, you know, all in all, you know, it is what it is. Came from the back and, you know, got caught up in a little bit of stuff there. But, you know, to walk away with third and teammate winning, you know, it works out good.
All right, and you want to thank anyone tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Zeppelin Construction, Ideal Concrete, Tim's Corner Motorsports, CBC Racing, and last but not least, I'd like to thank Pat Healy from the Laker and the Weekly Press for putting this gig on tonight.
All right, man. Great job tonight. And that was your third place finisher, Stephen Matthews.
And there you have from Stephen Matthews. Now, kind of joining us up on the broadcasters, we do have an admin of the series, J.D. Laird, and also joining us Tim Terry. And Tim, man, how about Tim Terry? I mean, he got out there, he got on fresh tires, and he was running dead even with the leader.
After we fired the crew chief for being 40 laps short on fuel. But yeah, it was exciting out there. I came up on the leaders. I came up on Mike Rhino, past Mike Rhino, and then J.D. Laird whispered in my ear, by the way, that's the battle for the lead. So I kind of put the horses back a little bit and let those guys duke it out. Once they were side by side, or once they were single file, I kind of picked my way through. And Jake had a whole lot of car tonight. Congratulations to Jake. Pat on the back to everybody that was on the racetrack for that long green flag run. That was absolutely awesome. Off week coming up, and then we go to South Boston for the Gary Mercer Trucking 150, and that should be exciting. South Boston, a little bit tighter racetrack. Everybody should be back from vacation by then. I think we're in for a decent stretch to the finish of this season.
All right, and there you have from Tim Terry. And how about J.D. Laird? How about we get the admin's final thoughts of the night?
Hopefully the last couple races of the season go as easy as they did tonight. And we only had, I think, 7 cautions. I mean, that's thinking optimistic, but hopefully the last couple races of the season are very good as well as this one was tonight.
And there's J.D. Laird. But I'll tell you what, fantastic racing tonight from Bristol Motor Speedway with the Maritime iRacing League. You can catch them at MIRL.ca, and I believe Tim'sCorner.ca has a little bit on there with Tim and his deal. But I think that's all for us here tonight. We'll go ahead and we'll see you next week.